But first and foremost, we've all heard this before, you know, failure to prepare is preparing to fail. All right, and that all comes down to having a plan when you get to practice. All right, we want coaches throughout all our various levels, all right, to have a session plan ready to go for the practice that they're in. And basically, it doesn't need to be much. I've created a template, and I can send that out to all you guys who coach clubs. And essentially, our job, whether it's myself, Coach Sam's going to be active in clubs as well. We got senior coaches like Jamie. All right, our job isn't to do your session for you. Our job is to assist and help you deliver that session, whether it be tweaking some content or just other points of emphasis and just bouncing ideas off each other. But part of your coach development is actually getting in that process and coming up with the drills that you want to do. Enough of that, we're just going to get right into it. So I've split the session plan up into various things: warm-up, skill sets, and team concepts. Okay, so I'm going to go through a bunch of different things. We're not going to do it for too long because I just want to give you a couple of things for each section. So first of all, the purpose of the warm-up, we just want players to get ready and rolling. Okay, especially with the junior players, we don't need to spend a lot of time with them doing dynamic stretches and stuff. All right, we can basically get them warm and get them ready, and the idea is to make that like a 5-minute thing. All right, it doesn't have to be something super structured, but we want to just engage them, get them active, and get them thinking. So first thing we're going to do is some knee tags. So I'll just get everyone up who's going to help me out. So Harry, you come through. You guys come through. You can come through. Just need 4 of you for now. Just come onto the floor. Okay, you girls too. You guys can partner up. So everyone partner up, get into a little bit of space. Okay. Alright, so first thing we do for warm-up, alright, I use this at all levels. It's just a simple game of knee tag. Basically, all these guys are going to do is they're going to be in a stance. Okay, they're going to be low, wide, and ready. And all it is a game of tag. You're trying to tag your other buddy's knee while they're trying to tag you. Okay, you guys know what to do. Alright, ready? And go. Try to get a tag. Good. Active feet, active hands. Good. Try to get tags. Try to get tags. Quick, 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 quick. Active, active. Good. And hold there. Change buddies. Get a new buddy. All right, keep going. So typically when we do this, again, trying to stay within like 5 minutes, you can do this as a time thing, or you could do it as a points, like first to 3, first to 5, whatever. Guys, keep going. All right. So this is knee tag. You can also change it up and be more specific, like you have to touch the inside of the knee, outside. You can do elbows, you can do shoulders, depending on your age group. All right, but this here is real simple knee tag. All right, hold that. Okay, so within that, may not look like much, but it's a really good core drill to use, because essentially all they're doing there is they're in stance. Okay, stance is a foundation piece of whatever we do in the game of basketball and other sports in general. And right there, as you see, they're really active with their feet, they're active with their hands, and essentially if we put you in front of someone with the ball, that's how we want to play defense, with active feet and active hands. So that's a really good one to do. Everyone get a ball. Who's out here? Everyone get a ball. Just line up on the split line, one buddy in front of the other. Cross here. You need a ball too. Okay, this next game we're going to play is one-on-one tag. Okay, it's one-on-one tag. So you guys face each other on the split line. All right, just go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right, and then spread out a little bit. Spread out down the floor. All right, and then probably go onto the lane line. Yep, on the lane lines. Cool. So basically all this is a smaller version of bull rush, right, or octopus kind of. So what these guys are going to do is this team is going to go first. They have to try to get to that sideline without getting tagged by their buddy. Right, and they have to all dribble at the same time. Right, and it's really dynamic and it's really working on our handles. Okay, so when I say go, you guys try to get to that sideline without being tagged. Everyone has to dribble. Okay, ready? Go. Cool, reset, and then the next buddy go. Keep going until I say stop. So just keep going back and forth. So what we're doing here is, again, another warm-up game that's incorporating some ball handling. Okay. They have to find different solutions to get to the other side. If I go with one hand only and my buddy's right there, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to work on a crossover. I'm going to have to be deceptive as well. I might stop, start, change direction. And even kids with no skill, right, and that are just beginning playing, they'll understand that they're going to have to do something to try to get to that other side. And at the same time, we're all working on ball handling. Okay, reset, go one more time. And hold there, good job. Okay, nice. Alright, guys, just go to the baseline. I would do dribble to the whistle, but I'm a coach without a whistle. Okay, I'll generally explain how it works. It's a real simple dribble game. So everyone has a ball. Let's just say I don't have whistle, so I'll use claps today. So you guys spread out on this half court. Okay, everyone dribble. Right, when I clap, you got to jump stop. Okay, dribble around different areas, move to different space. Try not to be clammed up. Okay, and okay, all right. So one clap is jump stop. It'd be a whistle. Okay, keep going. Two claps, you're going to jump stop and pivot on either foot. Okay, stop, and now they work on pivots. Now, just on this, hold there. What we want to try to teach our players, a real simple concept, especially for youngins, is a thing called the no-go zone. So if I'm holding the ball in my stomach, right, you see this all the time, especially in mini ball. What tends to happen there? If I'm holding the ball like this and someone's playing defense, dink, right, or they get in the tug of war. Okay, so we call this the no-go zone. So what I want you guys to do again next time is when you come to a stop, if it's two claps, bring the ball up high or whip it down low. Right, ready, go. Find different space. High or whipping low. Right, cool. All right, three whistles or three claps. Okay, three claps is going to be a shot. So now I'm going to do one of those things. It's either going to be one, jump stop, two, working on pivots, or three, you're going to go into the keyhole and shoot a shot. Okay, ready, and go. All right, so real simple, real easy way to incorporate some pivoting, some shooting, and cool. All right, and you can stance check them on all those things. All right, ready, go. Dribble around. Show me some good pivots now. I know you guys have good pivots. Jump stop, pivot. Cool, and last one, dribble. And the one they like the most, obviously. And shoot. Cool. All right, cool, hold there. Just go to the baseline. So that's the last one, dribble to the whistle. In that instance, it was claps. Okay, we're going to get into the meat of it. Okay, so we're going to look at skill sets. So the idea of it, with the skill sets, we have to be able to use both hands, both feet, both sides of the court. Okay, for obvious reasons, right? I can't be right hand dominant in everything I do, right? Because at some point, I'm going to need a left hand. At some point, a lefty is going to need a right. So everything we do with the skill sets, we need to make sure we're working on both sides. We want players to explore things. Okay, in any sport, it's really hard to find absolutes. We want to try to get away from having absolute ways of doing things. All right, you have to use left on left side. You have to use right on right side, because in reality, there's thousands of possible solutions for any one thing. Right, and what we want to do with our younger kids is really make sure they're exploring different things. Like, for instance, possible. Okay, for instance, two-handed chest passes, right, in the game today are a rare occurrence. Right now, you see passes one hand, right, passes even behind the back, which used to be called like more of a fancy pass. Like nowadays, those things are all unlocked. So we want kids to explore it. Right, especially with the juniors, they like doing that stuff. They want to try to pass one-handed. They want to try to do this. Right, so we really want to make sure they can explore things. So right now, we're going to get into. We're going to go past the parcel. So let's go one ball between all of you, and let's get in a circle real quick. Let's go. Get in a circle. Okay, for younger players, pass the parcel is a real cool game to play. What you're going to do in your circle, spread out wide. So like wide, 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 wide. Okay, you're just going to pass in order. You're going to receive a pass from the person beside you, pass to the person beside you. Okay, really go, zip it around. Zip it around, quick, 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 quick. Faster, 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 faster. Cool. Right, so right now it's just standard chest pass, okay? Hold there. You guys are going to do the same thing, but before you pass, one dribble, one hand with the right. Go. Okay? One dribble, right hand. So this is kind of how we started off, right? Pretty format. You know who you're receiving from, you know who you're passing to. Coaches can prescribe any pass, right? If you have really little kids that, you know, you might want to stay away from chest passes or something like that because you might hit someone in the face. It might be a bounce pass. For these older kids, I want you to do the same thing. Behind the back pass, right hand. Go. 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 Yep. Yep. Pivot. Behind the back. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. As fast as you can. Cool. Okay. So it could be something like that. Hold. Okay. What you guys are going to do now, you're going to use the whole half court. Okay, you're going to use the whole half court. Every time you pass, you have to move somewhere else, but you have to receive from the same person. You have to pass from the same pass to the same person, and it's all one dribble, right-handed pass. Okay, start with you, and we move around. Right, go. Got to pass and move. Pass and move. Everyone moving. Everyone moving. Everyone moving. Receive and pass to the same person. Quick, 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 quick. One hand pass, one dribble. Yeah, keep moving. Keep moving around. Keep moving around. Good. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Move it around. Nice. Cool. All right, hold that. Okay. So again, for younger kids, you could be chest pass, but you want to get to other solutions. For these guys a little bit older, you have to do the same thing. One dribble, right hand, but you can't look at the person you're passing to. So if I'm passing to Harry, I know where Harry is. No look pass to Harry. Okay. Same order. Ready? Go. No look. Yep. Bounce dribble. Yep, good. Keep going. Nice, good job, good job. Yep. Yep, no look. Yep, nice. Nice, cool. Okay, great job. All right, hold there. I need you guys to buddy up, one ball between two, and set up for kill the grass. Okay, so again, for these things, we can kind of gauge it on the skill level, and we can go through different things. Again, deception's a big part of things too, like fakes, no looks, all that stuff, really, really good. The game we're going to play now is a game called Kill the Grass. So you guys are going to have the dribbler in a slab square. So like over there, Brooke, you're in there. Okay, you're in there. Come over to this one. Yep. So you have one partner who's dribbling in the slab or an area. If you don't have like heaps of lines, you can use cones, especially for younger kids. They're dribbling around this area. Okay, ball handling is just as much feet as it is hands. Okay, we kind of get confused and think it's all this, right? Because it looks cool, but really, like, our feet need to be active with everything we do as well. So the idea of kill the grass is you're in this area, there's grass there. If I dribble really hard and my feet are moving around, I'm going to rip the grass up. I'm going to kill it. Okay, so that's the idea of kill the grass. As the player is dribbling, you start to dribble, his receiver is going to be moving around, jogging around. Okay, and right now he's exploring. I'm not telling him what crossovers to do. He's just mixing it up. Whenever his buddy cues him a pass with hands out, with hungry hands, he's got to deliver him the pass quickly. We pass it back and we keep going. Okay, everyone do that. Let's go. Move it around. Hands up with hungry hands. That cues the pass. Again, you don't have to be looking at your buddy the whole time. You want to peek around your shoulder. Use your vision. Cool. Good. Get some more cue passes, different passes. Okay, and hold there. Okay, so again, like with anything, we can prescribe them things. So now you guys have to pass the ball off the dribble without bringing it to two hands. Okay, switch buddies. Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, this concept here can be used with the younger kids as well. Okay, like I think Sam's even done it before with like 5 is the youngest, 5-year-olds. All right, because 5-year-olds, we want to teach them what hungry hands is. Hungry hands is I want the ball, I'm ready, I'm open. If they can understand that concept and also understand that while I dribble, I got to look up, they can do this game even at its simplest form. Okay, and hold that. Okay, now even for, let's say, under 11s and 13s who are relatively new to the game, we still want them to explore some things and have some fun. Okay, so now you guys are going to do the same thing, but every pass is behind the back. Okay, go. Go. Every pass is behind the back. As soon as you see the hands, behind the back pass. And again, to kids, they love this stuff. They love passing behind their back. They like doing all this. All right, but again, both hands, both sides. So you let them do it right, because they can all do it right if they're right hand dominant. And then you tell them they have to use that left. And then they can see the difference between them. And then you guys can have a conversation about that's why it's important to work on that side. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold there. Great job. Spread out along the 3-point line. Everyone with a ball. Just go 4. Everyone who doesn't have a ball, just go and sit. So Brooke, you can sit for now. We'll just use these 4. Okay, we're going to get to finishing now. Okay. Again, we want to try to up the variability of things that we do. Okay, typically when we teach layups, they're always from like 45, right? And they're all right here, and they look really good, right? But in reality, and again, basketball, you're never going to do this every single time. The defense isn't going to play the same way every single time. It's such a dynamic game. Things change all the time, which ultimately open up different solutions on offense or defense. So this is a cool little finishing drill I like to use. And again, I use this with bulls. I use this with under 11s, under 9s, all that same thing, but we can add different variability to it. It's random reps. So one player will go, and let's go jump, stop, finish. Right, next player will go, jump, stop, finish, re-space to the 3. Next player, then Harry will go. All right, get to a different spot every time. Okay, keep going. All right, till I say stop. Okay, so right now, they're going from different spots all the time, and they'll have a different angle all the time. Okay, keep going. Yep, speed dribble out, jump, stop, finish. Okay, nice. Cool, hold there. Same thing, jump, stop, with your weak hand finish. Weak hand only, go. Yep, next one go, next one go. And again, if you had like 6 players to a hoop, right, versus like really, really long lines, something like this, okay, because it gets them all handling the ball, gets them all working on finishing, and we try to get our reps up, because the more we do it, the better we get, and then adding in the different variability, right, that all helps. Okay, hold there. Again, for some of these guys, they're a little bit more experienced, so we can, again, adjust it to suit, okay. You guys will now go reverse layup. Okay, reverse layup, either side. Okay, go. Speed, speed, speed. Next one, next one, next one. Keep going. Fast, 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 fast. Yep. Nice, good, good. Keep going, keep going. Nice. Okay, hold there. Okay, another example, right? I did this drill the other day, it was yesterday in fact, with a bunch of under 11s, right, and they're relatively fresh, right, and all I said to them, okay, we're going to do jump stop, show them what the jump stop is. I'm going to say, now you're going to do the same thing, but you don't jump off 2 feet, you're going to jump off 1. We call that a layup, okay, and just by showing them what it was, right, just once or twice, I was just like, try that. No explanation needed, just try it. Okay, even myself, like in the past, I would have tried to like, here you go, like put it over here and do this. Now I'm just like, watch me, do what I did. See if you can do it. And then from there, maybe talk to them about other things as they go. But players today, they learn visually a lot more. So we can just show them things and you'd be surprised about how they can actually absorb that stuff and go for it. Versus like me trying to tell them explicitly, this is what you have to do. Just let them figure it out and you'd be surprised. Because what we don't want to do is rob a player from just self-discovery, because self-discovering things is one of the biggest tools in learning. So we want to make sure we're allowing them to do that. Let's go on the baseline and let's partner up. So let's just go, you guys partner up. One ball, you're on defense over here. Yep, cool. All right, this is a finishing game, okay? It's called ball and 5, okay? It's called ball and 5. So offense has the ball. Let's just start you on this side of the lane line. Yep, Harry, you get on the inside of him, okay? Offense and defense. Okay, I could be anywhere. For now, let's just say I'm at the 3-point line. You pass the ball to me. Both players run out. Okay, offense is getting the ball. Defense has to get a high five. Wherever my hand is, he gets it. You'll just rip it and go into the lap. Okay, and then it's live one-on-one. Sam, can you be my human shield to the pole? Sam's going to be my human shield. All right, at the pole because it's not padded. Okay, so as soon as you pass it to me, sprint, get the ball. Harry's going to get a 5, and then it's a race to score, and it's one-on-one. So again, you can make this different variability. Right, if it's younger players, you want to give them big advantage, further away. Right, older players, I could do something like this. Harry, you got the ball now. Okay, go. Equal advantage, and then they have to figure it out at the basket. Okay, all right, let's just go through this a couple of times. You two girls grab a ball. Oh, you can't go? Yep, one of you. Let's just go a couple of examples. Okay, yeah, Zoe, good. Okay, ready, go. Good. Yep. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Let's go next, 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 next. Again, I can move around. Nice. Keep going. All right, and hold there. Nice layup. Good job. Okay, so again, can use that with a bunch of different age groups, all right, and you can get them into like more of a game-like situation, and get a lot of repetitions up. Again, try not to stay in one place for too long, move around. Okay, for this instance, the coach is doing it, all right, but after you do this drill a couple of times, players could even do it for themselves, all right, and be in groups of 3 or groups of 4, everyone rotating together, etc., etc. So that was our ball and 5. Okay, good little finishing it. All right, we're going to get in some one-on-one defense. Okay, one-on-one defense. So just get you two out. Basically, my whole concept on defense is it's very hard to guard the air. So any type of drill we used to do where it's just you doing slides or you doing something, all right, doesn't really have much relevance because you're not guarding anyone. Okay, the best way to play defense is to actually play defense with a live offensive player. The cool thing about one-on-one stuff and one-on-one defense is there's always a constant arm race between offense and defense. Okay, we don't want our offense to be up here and our defensive over here and so on and so forth. We want those things to constantly get better at the same time, right, because it's ultimately good for our team and our players. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is a little game called Wall Up One-on-One. You guys have both done this before, right? Okay, let's go Harry with the ball. Okay, defender starts with the ball inside the smile. Offensive player starts just outside the smile, right, facing him. Okay, all Harry's going to do is he's going to toss the ball out. As he tosses the ball out, you're going to retrieve the ball, try to score with no dribble, right? And what Harry's job is to do is to try to take away his space, right, with high hands and a big chest. Okay, and that's called a wall up. Okay, all right, let's go. Toss it out and play. Try to score. Yep. Good. Okay, not too bad. Okay, keep going, keep going. You guys keep rotating and going. So essentially what we want to teach players is when the offensive player drives to the keyhole, if they pick up the ball, we want to take away space and we want to take away time. Okay, without fouling, obviously. With young players, typically what happens here is they're here and they see the ball and they just want to swipe at it because that's what LeBron does. Okay, well, LeBron can touch almost the top of the backboard and you can't, so that's why you don't do that. Okay, the cool thing about this, right, keep going, is working on both sides of the ball. You get to work on offense. All right, offensively, I didn't say anything, but right now he's trying to pivot and find a window to score. Okay, and again, with younger players, they might travel, right, and we can talk to that and we can coach them on that. But right now, nothing's been said. I didn't tell them to use a specific pivot. I didn't tell them to use a specific hand. But they're just figuring it out on the fly while trying to play good defense and wall up, taking away space and time. So again, wall ups, just hold there, boys. We want to take away space and time by getting our chest on the offense with high hands, typically thumbs behind our ears, so we're not tempted to swipe. And any pivot that happens, I'm just trying to move, right, and stay around. Okay, typically anything that's over a shot that's over chest and high hands is a good shot for us. The best shot is no shot, okay, because you can't get a shot in if you don't shoot it. So that's defense. Next thing from here, up top at the 3. Okay, you start with the ball up there. It's just one-on-one check. Okay, one-on-one check. Typically, if you've played basketball at all, you'd probably be doing this with your mates after practice or at the park, all that stuff. We don't want to rob players the chances of playing one-on-ones in practices. All right, we want them to play one-on-one because we want them to explore. Now, right now, it's very important that we define to our players what their defensive advantage is as well as their offensive advantage. Defensive advantage is chest in front. So right now, if I check the ball up, Harry's over here. You're on offense. If I check the ball up to Harry, and we're just going to play from here, right now I have the advantage because I'm chest in front. Offense has the advantage, shoulder chest, or even better, behind. He's gone, he's out the picture. That's his advantage. All right, so by starting in a neutral situation, all right, my advantage, the drill we just did, high five and ball, that's for offense to work on their little advantage, okay? You go on defense. Okay, so all we're going to work on here, offense has like 4 to 5 dribbles, okay? They're trying to score always, okay? I try to do these type of drills away from the isolation of the hoop, so like typically you might play one-on-one inside a lane and stuff like that. That's cool, but even better if offense has a target to try score and defense can play relative to the hoop, okay? All we want to do on defense, okay, same thing we did in knee tag, want to be low, wide, and ready, okay? We don't want sumo wrestlers, okay, we want ninjas, right, quick and quiet, okay? Harry's going to be in front of the ball. What we want him to do, ideally, right, once we build, is to force the offensive player to dribble with his weak hand, okay? We want to force them to dribble with their weak hand. So ideally we want to influence him to his left, right, and from here, check it up, get into a stance. All right, it's just 4 dribbles to try score. Okay, ready? Check it up and then go. 4 dribbles to score. Good, good. Nice. All right, hold there, okay? So again, explaining to them what their advantage is, just trying to stay chest in front, and we can connect it back to the wall up one-on-one at the end. Right, Harry plays reps, so he understands what that is. But once he got down to here and the ball is dead, taking away space and time, right, with a big chest and high hands. Okay, go through a couple of times of this, just check up and play. Again, players aren't perfect, they will get scored on, but again, that's not what we're really focused on. We're just trying to focus on, are we trying to do the right thing? Are we trying to stay in front? Okay, are we at least putting in some effort to the drill? Okay, and once they get better and once they understand basketball, they gain more IQ. We're trying to make sure they're pushing them to that weekend. The whole reason behind that, it's part of the Franklin style of play now. That's how we want to play on defense. Right, we want to disrupt the offense as much as possible. You guys can keep playing. By forcing them to use their weekend, right, that's to our advantage. Also, from a player development standpoint, is if we're guarding all our players to make them use their weekend, they're using that in practice all the time as well. So it's like a double-edged sword in that regard. So it's really good for player development to make their players use their weekend. All right, cool. Okay, what we're going to get into now. Shooting. Okay, everyone get a ball who's out here. And then just get around the keyhole. Oh, actually baseline, my bad. Start on the baseline, kind of in the keyhole area. Okay. So shooting, okay, shooting's the master skill. All right, at the highest level, people get paid really, really big money because they can shoot. Okay, at the junior level, if we can create shooters, all right, they'll always, pretty much always have spots on team. Everyone wants someone who can stand on the 3 and shoot the ball. Okay, it's the master skill set because the way I think about it is finishing, footwork, ball handling, defense. All that stuff, right, however long we spend on that, collectively, we should probably spend the entire time on that on shooting. So if I spend 20 minutes on all those other skill sets, we should probably spend 20 minutes on shooting alone, just because it's such an important skill set to have in our game today. And typically for our region, we're not really producing a lot of tall players. So we've got to find different ways to gain advantages. One of those ways would be if we could play 5 out and have 5 shooters on the court at all times. That would be really good for us. I'd love to coach that team. Okay, and again, we want to try to mix things together as much as possible, especially the old kind of traditional things like pivoting. All right, and this is an example of it. You guys were gonna, let's just stagger it out. So you go, and then you guys come. Okay, 2 dribbles out, jump stop, pivot, any type of pivot, and shoot. Okay, ready, go. Dribble, jump stop, pivot, shoot. Cool, and then reset and just keep going. Okay, so again, just keep going, retrieve your ball, jump stop, pivot, shoot. Okay, so again, mixing in some other skills. Right now it's a jump stop. You can break it down more for players, for the young ones who don't quite know. So jump stop, this is a front pivot. Jump stop, this is a front pivot on the other foot. Dropping the foot to the baseline, that's reverse pivot. Okay, all those type of things. For the little mini kids, a lot of them do this at first. And that's fine, but we can build up as we go. But again, mixing in stuff like pivoting into a shooting drill, now that's fun, because I get to shoot, right? Everyone loves to shoot. And again, right now they've all got balls, they're all shooting. If I had about that many at a hoop, that's cool. If it was like more than that, maybe 1 ball between 2 and we just quickly rotate. All right, but there's no reason that we all have to be on one line and take a shot and then wait 5 minutes for the other person to shoot. Okay, hold there, everyone go to the baseline again. Now as far as technique goes, hold this for a sec. As far as technique goes, the baseline of what we want to teach them is we want our feet to be on train tracks. Okay, so train tracks are straight. If one of my train tracks was like that, what would happen to the train kids? They'd be like, oh, it's going to fall off. So they know. So we want to be on train tracks, and ideally, we want to have 10 toes facing the rim. Okay, so if I'm on train tracks, 10 toes are facing the basket, all right, that's in a good stance. And ideally, it's kind of like Goldilocks, not too much, not too little, just right. So they're in a good stance. Okay, that's for their feet. And it all starts feet first. From there, we want them to have the ball low and loaded. Okay, all low and loaded means is the ball's low into my shooting pocket, which will be pretty much where your hip is on your strong hand side. So I'm a righty, it's going to be near my right hip. Okay, I'm going to be low. Loaded means wrinkle in the wrist. Okay, so when you're coaching young players, when they're shooting, you want to ask them if they have a wrinkle in their wrist. If my wrist is wrinkled, that means by the time I get up to my release, my hand's under the ball. Okay, if my wrist isn't wrinkled and I'm like this, that means by the time I get up there, I'm going to have to adjust, and then I'm going to have to shoot it. Right, so I want to have my hand under the ball when I go into my release. Right, so 10 toes or train tracks, low and loaded, wrinkle in the wrist, and then from here, I want to just go straight up and then follow through. Okay, and I say sign your shot. Okay, for the older kids, I go, hey, do you want your picture on Instagram to be like this of you shooting with some weird stuff going on, or do you want it to actually look cool, like you know what you're doing? Okay, so signing your shot just means I want to really emphasize that follow through. Okay, let's try that out. Make sure we're low and loaded, and then signing our shots. Okay, keep going, pivoting. All right, let's go. Dribble out, 1 or 2 dribbles. Go, same thing. Jump stop, pivot. And again, they're not going to be perfect. All right, it's going to be weird. Some of them, for the younger players, they struggle with the height. But again, we're not really focused on that. We want to just get them learning the terminology. Hey, Jimmy, do you have wrinkles in your wrist? They look at their wrist like, yeah, I do. Okay, you're doing a good job. All right, are you signing your shot? Are you guys going like this? Or are you unbalanced at the end and it looks real nice? Is that? Yeah. Another one for follow through is hand in the cookie jar. That's always a good old one. That's been around for a while. If you want the cookies, really got to reach in there. Okay, all right, hold there. You guys spread out a little bit around the keyhole. All right, again, if I had this many on the hoop, I'd just do the same thing anyway. All right, a little bit more, maybe 1 between 2, etc. The next thing we want to get into is having a real good dynamic catch. Okay, so back in the day we would have taught catch with the ball's in the air, the feet are in the air. Alright, I call this fighting for your feet or fast feet. Okay, and all we're going to do here is just some dynamic drills to emphasize landing. Okay, basically the longer explanation is Newton's third law. Okay, action reaction. Alright, if I catch with dynamic feet, alright, I can then just use that energy into the next decision. So right now the next decision, alright, is shot. Maybe the decision is drive or pass. Alright, and this right here may not seem like much, alright, but if I catch the ball like this, alright, and I'm ready, that's the signs of a really good player. Okay, and the most elite players in the world, everything starts feet first in all sports. So we really want to work on that. All you guys are going to do, 2 hops, gather, shoot, catch your ball, go somewhere else. Okay, let's go. 2 hops, gather, shoot, cool. And again, keep going, keep going, keep going, catch, shoot, move to another spot. And again, we really want to focus on them having fast feet, right, really dynamic feet. And the difference between this and that is that you don't want players letting gravity do the work. Okay, you want them being deliberate with their footwork. It's not a stomp, but it's just really deliberate. They're actually putting a little bit of energy into it. Okay, so one example is just hops, again, low and loaded, wrinkle in the wrist, sign the shot, hold it. Okay, you guys are going to do the same thing. Alright, you're going to start low and loaded, you're going to twist, and then you're up. So twist to the side, gather, shoot. Alright, let's go. Sign your shot, be low and loaded on the catch. Cool. Part of being low and loaded is that you're ready to shoot. So if you watch a player doing this and there's a lag between their feet and the shot, you know they're not ready. It should be feet and then the ball should be up. Okay, hold that. Okay, all you guys are going to do now is start in like a jump stop position, low and loaded. You're just going to hop forward and shoot. Okay, for younger kids, something like this. Okay, so you're just going to hop forward and then straight up. So you can get them working on their stance. If they know what stance is, they're halfway there to most things. Alright, stance, hop, shoot, all those coaching points we did before. Okay, and hold there, good job. Alright, let's go one ball out and just set yourselves up 3-on-3. Okay, so put the other balls away. Someone just collect those balls so they're not just on the baseline. And then match up 3-on-3, mix the teams up a little bit. Sam, can you move those balls? Okay. Again, trying to keep this as fast as possible. I can talk all day about basketball, nothing on me. But again, just really want to try to help you guys be quite thorough in what we're doing. We're on the home stretch now. Alright, so 10 concepts. I'm going to go through a couple of things offensively and a couple of things defensively. The first thing is half-court offense, and we're going to talk about the rules of engagement. This is a real neat tool for you guys as coaches, right? Because what we're trying to get out of the rules of engagement is on drives to the basket, we want players to have the confidence to go one-on-one. We don't want to take away that from players. We want them to feel like they can attack on any one-on-one situation. Again, that might look different every time, but one-on-one, we want them to be able to attack. Let's just go set yourselves up a little bit wider. What we don't want is something like this, where I drive and I beat you, and then you come, and let's say even you come, you're both at the basket, and now I'm trying to score on multiple players. Okay, so the golden rules to the rules of engagement is one-on-one, get the job done. Okay, one-on-one, you can go score. That's for you. It's one-on-one, you've got an advantage, score. One-on-one, get the job done. One-on-two, not for you. Okay, if it's 1 versus 2, somebody else is open. Okay, we really want to be able to praise that as well in our coaching. If a player makes a decision, so let's say I drive from the wing, I drive middle, and you come to help, this is beginning to be a 1-on-2 create some space for me. Okay. It's not me, it's you, now we're wide open. And those are the types of decisions we really want to praise. Right? And then 1-on-3, they sit next to me. Okay. Really cool rhymes. I didn't come up with them, I stole them like most coaches. Right? But they're really cool little principles that you can use in your coaching. Okay. Little Jimmy comes off the court, you want to interact with him. Hey, really good job seeing the 1-on-2, you moved it on. Okay. Or, hey, last possession, we did blah, 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 blah. In a situation like this, let's say, for instance, you drove over here, like I just did. Let's say you drove over here. Give her the ball. We have a ball. Okay, and you both go there. All right, and you shot it. Okay, freeze. Okay, and then recreate the situation, and then talk to them about it. Was this 1-on-1? Yes or no? Okay, what could have you done better? You could have seen that player, could have moved it on. Okay, the 1-on-3s and the 1-on-2s are stuff we really want to try to get a grip on, because we don't want players to make those decisions, right? We want to make sure they're making great decisions and playing team basketball, so if they see an extra player, they can move it on. So the rules of engagement are just a tool for you guys to use in gameplay to provide some feedback and to talk about those things in your timeouts and in your practices. A game we're going to play, let's just set up 3-on-3. Okay, this game is called Cambio. Alright, Cambio is Italian. It was from an Italian coach. It means change. Okay, so change. This is the change game. So you guys play 3-on-3. Go. If you score, clear it. Okay, go, play. Whatever you want to do. Alright, cool. Clear it. Go, play from there. Inbound it. So essentially what happens here is, if the coach says change, whoever's got the ball at that time puts the ball down, and they've got to run to halfway circle. The other team, wherever that ball is, has to clear the 3-point line, and then they've got a temporary advantage. So in this instance, it'd be 3-on-2. Okay, hold there. Set up. Set back up. Set back up. Have we got girls versus boys? Okay. So here's the game, guys. Whenever I say change, okay, let's say I'm dribbling. If I say change, whoever's got the ball puts it down and touches the line behind the yellow line, that little crack. Cool. All right. In this time period, you guys have to clear the ball, and you got a 3-on-2 temporary. Okay. All right. Let's play. Whenever I say change, okay, we change. Okay, go. Change. Ball down. Quick. Play. Nice pass. Nice shot. Clear the ball like you normally would in 3-on-3. Yep, keep playing. Change. Okay, again, you can play this like 3-on-3, 2-on-2, you can even do it 5-on-5. And again, like, these guys don't need to know how to play basketball to do a game like this. All you say is, hey, look, there's the hoop, you try to put the ball in that thing, okay? And then just teach them the optics of basic 3-on-3 rules. If a team's in the position, they shoot. If they score it, it's a change of position like normal 5-on-5. They have to clear the ball outside the 3-point line before they can score. Same thing on a turnover. So teaching kids, like, even at the U9, U11, teaching them 3-on-3 rules and basic things like this, really, really good. Because then we can play them. All right, let's go quick. Okay, hold there. Okay, so typically we want to set up the drill, and right then I set it up. I didn't give them any tactical information. I just let them go, and then after I watch for a little bit, we can have a discussion. So a little thing like this. Okay, so guys, once we put the ball down, what's your job now? If you have the ball down, yep, you have to run. But what do you have to do? Sprint. You have to sprint. Offensively, it makes sense to what? Grab the ball and what? Take it out and go. So if we have any type of lag, if the ball goes down there and I'm like, oh man, and I lag behind, defense comes back, we don't have advantage. Okay? Offense is space, space is offense. Okay? Offense is space, space is offense. So if I drive, okay, over here, okay, if I drive, how can you create space? By moving, by pushing. Okay? If I drive here, all right, you could come behind me like that, so if I get stuck, I got someone to pass to. Okay, let's play for a little bit. Same game. Try to be lag free. Right. That's good. Nice, good drive. Change. Quick, 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 quick. Nice pass. Good, clear it out, clear it out. Quick. Yep, good sub, super sub. Good look to attack. Good. Nice pivot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Get a shot up. 2, change. Go, 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 go. And hold there. Okay, good job. Okay, so that's just a simple little game that you can play. Again, 2 on 2, 3 on 3, 5 on 5. Right, we're going to get into some defensive stuff. Okay, very hard to teach, especially in the club situations. Even myself, I find it quite hard to teach a bunch of kids who know nothing to actually play defense in a proper way as a team. Okay, it's way easier to do it collectively, like in the one-on-one, because each kid can understand if I'm guarding the ball, my advantage is chest in front. Okay, that's quite an easy concept. It's harder to teach kids at the club level proper ball help split defense. Now I'll just show you what that looks like. Just go 3 on 3 real quick. Quick, 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 quick. I have all day. Match up, the ball's there, get to where you would be. Okay, so whenever we're guarding the ball, okay, we're on the ball, right, we kind of want to be arm length away to have influence on it. If we're one pass off the ball, we want to be 50% towards the ball and 50% towards whoever we're guarding, right, and that's the general scope. As we're doing this, we want to have a finger, right, and for young kids you can call them guns, gun pointed at whoever you're guarding, gun pointed at whoever you're guarding, and a gun at the ball, and essentially you're just making a flat triangle, right, and you're working on a triangle. Now, if the ball's over here, alright, cool, move to where it be. If you're more than one pass away, you want to be on the split line. That's the imaginary line. I came here earlier and I created this crack. That's our split line. Okay, that goes down the middle of the floor. That's where you want to be. Okay, so one pass away and help, triangle, guns out. Same thing, more than one, you want to be on the split line. So let's say, for instance, you're up a little bit higher, you draw up a little bit further. If I was guarding someone in the corner, I'd be doing the same thing. And the main concept here is you've got to see both. At all times, you want to be able to see the ball and you want to be able to see your player. Now, as far as like things like an old kind of shell drilly type of thing. So shell drill would be like, if you've played basketball at any level, you don't like it, no one likes it, it's a thing. But we'll just be, pass the ball over there. Alright, typically, alright, I had coaches who used to do this for just hours, but one pass, hold, we work on moving to the ball. Alright, again, pass back, cool, pass over there, etc. And we'll do that for a couple of rotations. What we want to try to do for stuff like this is try to get them to understand the core principles first and foremost before we add on top. So if we're ever playing games, do you see both? If, for instance, like we were playing a game and Jimmy was like over here and you cut because I'm guarding Harry, right, and I'm here and then, whoop, that's the situation where we could hold it and use it as a teaching moment. So if I'm watching them play and that happens, I'll be like, hold, alright, what happened that last position? Let's recreate what happened. Okay, Jimmy, were you watching the ball? Yes. Did you see a player? Nope. Why not? Okay, I wasn't having my guns out. Little things like that. A real simple drill here, go to the corner. You come up to the top. You can come in on defense, girls, you can sit. You did an awesome job. Right, you come here, you're guarding Harry. Okay, you can up, yep. Okay, alright, this is 2-on-1, okay, triangle game. Okay, so essentially you're guarding Harry. Okay, all right, you're guarding Harry. Ball's over here with Harry. Okay, now essentially what I call this, the distance between two players and the help and ball position, I call that the blur zone. Okay, because between these two spots, like if Harry moves the ball and I'm guarding him, I want to be a blur to this next spot. Come on, man, think fast. Okay, so between your player and your help positions, ball, help, split, we want to get players to be a blur. I normally tell players, ask players, like right here, you can see my finger. It's moving slow. It's what you look like. But if I do this, it's hard to see it because it's a blur. That's what you need to be between these two spots. Alright, because if we're slow, he gets the ball, he gets a shot, or he gets a drive, etc., etc. So all we do for this game is all you're going to do is when the pass is made, quickly get to help. No, where's your help? Okay, and see both. Go back. Now I don't want you guys to pass the ball, bang, 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 bang. Just hold it for a second, then pass back. Okay, ready, and go. Cool, get to your spot, and then get back. Cool, go again. Get to your spot, and get back. The only thing I would say here is probably being a little bit more of a gap between, so you can fully see Harry, because if you're too close, he can easily creep behind and get an advantage. Okay, same thing. Yep, get to help, get back to ball. Now hold there. Now, you can do this ideally in this kind of spacing, so you have the hoop for kind of like a easy point of reference, but you can do this anywhere. I think the most players we ever did this drill with was probably like 60, right, on the court, and all we did was just use a line and taught them the concepts of guns, okay, see both, and be a blur, and then get back to that in every game. Because whatever we're doing, we played the change game, right, that's offense and defense, we can use that as a moment to teach both. Okay, you didn't have your guns out, play a cut, you got a lap, teaching point. Okay, too slow, you weren't a blur, he got a shot, teaching point. Because we constantly want to make those things get up together. Alright, you guys can go sit. Good job, fellas. Just give these guys a clap for helping out. Alright,